Chris.
Okay, let's see. All right, it's shown on Facebook. So now we gotta turn the. All right, and it's on YouTube. I got it.
You gotta test it out.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Nah, it's gonna be a 2-second delay on your phone.
It just said right here, it's gonna be 2-second delay. It's showing up on there, it's like the words.
It's playing through the camera. She can't hear on the phone. Last time she was not fucking phone. She can't hear. Expand the volume. You hit?
It is definitely a delay though.
Yeah. It's a delay in it.
All right, well, that works, but I heard y'all real clear when y'all was talking, so. So, okay, yeah, I totally forgot that. I had my purse the whole time.
I don't know about the score right here.
I don't know that short.
So I need to buy a new one?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know if I trust this shit right here.
Y'all stuff is coming out.
I don't know how it's picking it up though. It's probably kicking off the speaker of the computer. The mic of the computer.
Yeah, so that it'll pick up. Let me go out here.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening to those of you who are able to join us in person, and to those of you who are joining us virtually for our first collaborative community visioning session for the Georgia Vision Community Outreach under the team. So first of all, I want everybody to give themselves a hand clap for coming out tonight. My name is Teresa Flowers, and I
Oh, it's
am
on camera.
the deputy city manager for the city of East Point. And I would like to bring up quickly, so you can meet our city manager, Mr. Darren Kings, and he can just give you a few words of welcome. Darren.
Glad to be here on this exciting vision session. And, I want to tell you, the new deputy city manager to give her hands. And this Angela Blackstone senior planner that we're going to steal away from her. It's always no problem. Thank you guys for being here this evening. I'm just honored to be a part of such a great city and community. I was deputy city manager for the last 6 years before Frederick Carver left. So, I know what kind of community we have. I'm just honored to be a part of it. And look forward to having an opportunity to be part of such a great session and many more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Darren. Thank you. So tonight, I just want to let you all know this is an interactive month. We want to make sure that you all share all of your ideas about your respective communities, because we're going to take the information that you give us tonight and get it to our Ignite team, so we can just start shaping and forming what you all would like to see, how you would like to see your neighborhoods revitalized, redeveloped, if that's what you're looking for your neighborhoods to do. So before I bring up Mrs. Angela Blatch, I would like for our team Ignite stakeholder members to briefly just come up, say their name and which entity they're representing.
I want to say good evening to everybody. And the entity that I'm representing is Riverwalk Community. GICH.
My name is Megan Douglas, and I am new to the Ignite team. I'm here representing Morehouse School of Medicine.
My name is Joe Anderson, and I'm the president of the Department.
Good evening, my name is Vincent Washington. I'm representing the city of East Point, Civil Division,
Good evening, my name is Ariana Wilkins, and I represent East Point I.G.N.I.T.E.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mark Stein. I'm the executive director for the East Point I.G.N.I.T.E. It's a privilege to be on this team. Congrats.
Okay, so those are some of our team members who represent various entities and agencies within the city of East Point, who will be assisting us in helping you shape the vision for your communities. And at this point, I'm going to turn the program over to Mrs. Angela Blatch, who is the senior planner, but she is also the lead manager for the vision office. And we have our mayor, Holiday Ingram, who has just joined us. So I'm gonna let her say a few words, and then after Mayor Holiday Ingram, I will turn it over to Angela. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Awesome. Happy New Year. Nice to see you. So, I'm excited about this opportunity. We thought about participating in the recognition of community college some time ago, and then it wasn't the right time. And we applied, and were accepted, I think it was a year ago. And this work is about the community, though, right? So this is our opportunity
Go back.
to vision, to think about as we grow, as we revitalize, what kind of community we want, what kind of housing, what type of planning do we need in place, what type of revitalization. And we want to hear from our residents. Those who are watching online,
Something was wrong.
this is only the
It's
beginning.
not that it's wrong.
And what we need you to do is take everything you hear tonight and share it. So word of mouth is the cheap, and will always be the cheapest and most effective form of advertising. Period.
That's weird.
You
Go
sharing
to the
it
chat.
with
and see what's
someone
happening.
and
It's interesting.
helping them understand what is
It's
happening
frozen.
is going to be way more effective than other things that we'll do. We'll do different things, right? So the goal is to create ambassadors, to give you an opportunity to share, ask questions, get an understanding, but then you can help us multiply that. Because this work is over 3 years, and so we're only at the beginning of it. We also have a great
Stop it and start
opportunity and receive grant funds. Well, Morehouse School of Medicine has received grant funds to look at our housing policy, our managed housing for the city. So there's a lot of support that we have around this, and the opportunity is to make sure that we have a community. So again, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for being engaged in East Point. You know, I always say there's no point like East Point. And that is because we have amazing residents like each and every one of you who are engaged and who want to help us to continue progress in this area and move forward. And so 1,000,001 trillion thanks, that's not really a word, I made it up. But that's how I would do that, and I'm excited about you being here, but also this opportunity and the impact that it will have on our community for generations to come. So thank you so very much. Mr. Fan, how is it going? We have a lot of partners in our community, right? So thank you to staff, our deputy, my goodness, that's the deputy city manager, right? Our deputy city manager, Ms. Elias, and our city manager, Mr. King, and his leadership. He's definitely hit the ground running, really people focused. And so I appreciate them both being here tonight as well as our staff and our partners. So thank you. And I'm gonna turn it back over to
Because it was still recording.
Ms. Black.
It was weird. Got about that.
Good evening. Again, my name is Angela Black. I am the senior planner with neighborhood housing, and this particular project is under the auspice of the city manager's office. So you heard about our partners, our stakeholders. One of the things that we got feedback on, or people tend to ask a lot about, our city, is the city making the decisions on what we're doing in the future? The answer is no. This is a collaborative effort. So the stakeholders, as you can see, it includes the city staff, you have council members, ARC is partnering with us, Planning and Zoning Commission, South Fulton Chamber of Commerce, you heard Morehouse School of Medicine, East Point Housing Authority, the Neighborhood Association representatives, that includes their liaisons and the presidents. I've spoken to, I think, all of the presidents that has been available. We know East Washington is currently, they don't currently have a president, but I have been in touch with a liaison for it. We have ANDP, and our facilitator is with the Electric Cities of Georgia. Our GICH facilitator is the Electric City of Georgia. So kind of about who we are, and you will see more of us. This is our logo. It's IGNITE, which is inspiring growth in neighborhoods through innovation and teamwork endeavors. This particular project was birthed out of the city manager's desire to revitalize and redevelop. As most of you know, most of our communities or the city of East Point is predominantly 90% maybe built out. So now he wanted to go back and say, okay, what can we do? We have those communities which we consider legacy communities, that maybe we can do some revitalization, some redevelopment. So this is what this program is all about. But it takes you. It takes the citizens, it takes the residents. From council, city manager, on down, one of the big things that have been pushed is community engagement. This is what this night is all about. We've met with each one of the neighborhood associations previously, and we met with two of them prior to us being in the GICH program. The second one, the third one, which was Center Park, was after we was accepted into the program. So we've given you information on kind of a picture of what the community looked like. Now we're trying to move forward. What do you want your community to look like? So that's what tonight engagement is all about. Just like Ms. Alaya said, it will be an interactive evening. It won't be us up here throwing these out to you. We're trying to get your feedback. So the areas that we are focusing on in this program will be community, facility and services, preservation, and housing. So as you can see, those are some of the examples that fall under each of those categories. So tonight, when you're being interactive and we ask you, there will be some questions that will be posed to you. Keep these particular areas of focus in mind. So you have community facilities, and that includes social issues, safety, crime, preservation, neighborhood beautification, arts and culture, and of course, housing. We know that Clean City Initiative, which was previously known as the 50 Worst Team, has been tackling that problem, be it boarding and securing and knocking down houses. And that brings me to, we have applied for CDBG funds from Fulton County. We're waiting to hear back whether or not we have been accepted or we've been awarded funds. We requested $175,000, and that is to demolish 10 houses. 10 houses, vacant houses, dilapidated houses. So we're asking for funds for Fulton County between the three communities to demolish houses that we have identified. So we are working, even when you don't see us, just getting your communities, and we know COVID has been a challenge for that. We have been working, this team has been working on your behalf. So if you don't see us, just know we haven't forgotten about what we said we were going to do. So our first question that we're going to pose to you tonight, and what we're going to ask you to do is to place your answers on the sticky notes. Just to let you know, the communities have been set up. You have River Park, which is to my right. In the back, we have Center Park community. And to my left, we have the East Washington community. So when you fill your form out, or I'll just say answer the question that I'm getting ready to pose to you, put it on that sticky note, and if you would, just put it on that board. So the first question, and you'll see the board said lights, I'm going to give you the first question. So once you answer that question, if you can put that sticky note on that particular board, what we're trying to do is get a compilation of all the feedback. So we can bring it, take it back to the team, and we have committees that we have formed to see how can we address it, or what we need to do to address it, or if there's grant funding out there to help us address it. So this is where you come in. So our first question.
Oh, and Angela, remember your email address for people
Oh,
watching.
I apologize, I was just reminded for those who are virtual, if you could also complete these questions as well, please send your responses to my email address, which is ablatch@eastpointcity.org. Again, that's ablatch@eastpointcity.org. So the first question is, what do you like in your neighborhood? So for each sticky note, give me one answer. You can do as many sticky notes as you want. We have plenty. So once you answer that question, you will put it on your corresponding community. So East Washington, the first question, you'll put it on the lights board. What do you like about your community? So we're going to give you some time, and those that's streaming online, again, if you can send your responses to my email, ablatch@eastpointcity.org. We're going to give you some time to just jot down those things. And if anyone needs assistance, we do have team members that's willing to take those sticky notes over there on your behalf. We're going to give you about 10 or 15 minutes. And please, don't think that you're only regulated to your community. If there's something that you like about one of the other communities that's involved in this program, please feel free to give that feedback as well.
Yours was a 2-part question, right?
It's what do you like in your neighborhood?
There's a lot of activity going on. Hey, y'all. Long time. It's been a while. It has.
Okay. Let's say Georgia.
What's up, man? You all right?
Yeah.
What kind of programs you got for youth, man? I know it's 19.
I don't know. Yeah, what is it? December? Yeah, I know. Well.
You might create something. He definitely doing. Good.
He's
Getting it.
he's developing.
Gotcha.
He's developing.
Okay. We talk about it.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Did I miss something? I'm on Joe. I'm driving slower than looking out the window.
Oh, yeah.
There will be smart tubes. They changed, I voted against it. The changes to the administrative stuff. Rezone. I voted against it. I think I was the only R2 is a new flex. R3 is a trust.
So we're gonna give you about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a.
What do you like in your?
I'm keeping y'all from doing the work outside. I want to keep y'all. I did see.
We'll see. I mean, it's better than last week.
Feels like I always say something. Say something.
Okay, so we got a lot of feedback, which is great. Here because I would hate to see it. That would be very well. That means our job is really cut out for us. So the next question. Oh, before we go on, I do want to acknowledge Councilman Callaway. I don't know if you want to give her a couple of words.
Thank you all for being here. It's important work. I don't want to hold you up front from it. It's good seeing everyone.
So the next question. What do you dislike in your neighborhood?
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
I got soda. No soda.
What do you dislike?
It was worth a shot.
As much as I want to believe like nothing to dislike in our communities, we know we are. Yeah. So what do you dislike? So I'm giving you about 15 minutes to indicate, 10 to 15 minutes of indicate what you dislike in your community. And I'm hoping nobody will ask me what the issues are. Because I want to believe they'll get, it's like, that wasn't our community, can we? That sounds good. I agree. Honest feedback. What do you dislike in your community?
I got some more.
We all know if everything was 100% well, you all would have a view for us. What do you dislike in your community?
I hope they can't hear me.
You got some on. Absolutely a pleasure. All right. I literally.
Don't feel hurried, we got. And again, even though we may stay in the community, we know we visit other communities. So please feel free to give feedback again regarding the other communities as well. So tonight, we are, the communities again, for those that are listening or streaming online, East Washington, River Park, and Center Park. And just to let those know, we chose these particular communities because they're they're probably the oldest communities within the city of East. So this is where we're starting. It doesn't mean this is where we're finished. We will potentially address other communities at a later time, but a part of this program is East Washington, Center Park, and River Park. What do you dislike in your neighborhood?
Some are like not. So basically, for those that, not the count. So they give us a map, but I haven't put up the last one I received back. But it was sometime in the last year. So I was trying to do something. But at that, but we started doing people, right? We started. They're gonna do something. So I have to. So I don't think the concept that you provided, but I think. Oh, it's not probably. I think they probably have to. Yeah.
You know, I will, take a look
We're gonna give about 6 more minutes for you to indicate What do you dislike in your building? For those viewing online, again, please send your responses to myself, Angela Blatch, at East Point, at A Blatch at East Point City. We've got 4 more minutes. And those viewing online, know that those are the in-house have really given us a lot of feedback. So we're gonna give about 4 more minutes because they're still working. Okay, so everybody has put their feedback in. So we're gonna go on to the next question. What would you like to see happen or change in your neighborhood in 1, 3, or 5 years? What would you like to see change? Or what would you like to see happen in 1, 3, or 5 years? What would you like to see happen or change in your neighborhood in 1, 3, or 5 years? And while you're thinking about that, I do want to acknowledge Councilwoman Shropshire is here with us tonight. So thank you for coming out. What would you like to see change? What would you like to happen in the next year, 3 years, 5 years? As it was previously stated, The program that we're under with GICH is a 3-year program. We're down already 1 year. So we have 2 more years. Even as graduate members, we still can work under that program. So what would you like to see in the next year, 3 or 5? So you answer my question, if I could change anything in the next year, 3 or 5 years, what would it be? Or what would I want to change within the next year, 3 to 5? This would seem to take a little bit more thought. It's not as easy as the likes of this one. It takes a little bit more thought. If I had the ability to change anything in my neighborhood or what to see happen, what would that be?
There'd be so much better.
Change. We all know change is inevitable. But if it was in our ability to change anything in our neighborhoods, what would it be? Or what we want to see happen? We're gonna give it about 7 more minutes because wheels turning. Those of you online, I hope you're thinking about it also. Again, please send your responses to me, Angela Black at East Point City.
That for real? No way.
It's like a bunch of midgets doing the shower.
Mhm.
Is there any way that this can run on? I'm looking to get this out to the public so we can also get the feedback and then come in tonight.
Well, the video is on Zoom. I can send it to you.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then, is there any way we can, guess I have to get IG to see if there's any way we can put it on Facebook, we can access it.
On the what?
Is there any way we can access it, like to be able to give
Well,
this?
it's gonna be on the YouTube page. For this, it's gonna be on the city's YouTube page.
So they can always just go on there.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll also send you the video link too. Mhm.
I still see a couple of people writing, so I'm giving you 2 more minutes.
You looking at the comments? I think Saskia gonna try to cover it or something. So yeah, one they check on that.
That's the
More
way to
visual way
do
to- I don't know why they got it. You want me to put it?
So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our final question for this evening. If you were able to recreate your community, what uses and activities would you like to see? You can recreate your community. What type of uses and activities would you like to see? What uses and activities? So when you think about uses, it can be anything from commercial uses, it could be anything from playgrounds, it could be parks, it could be art, it could be any of those things. What uses and activities would you like to see in your community? Playgrounds, park.
Yeah. Yeah. Change. No, the last one. There was such a backlog still from last year. And that's the problem with it. Like, since then, you know, it's like, they're really, whatever. But he doesn't want to do that.
Just as a reminder to those that's online, although you may not hear us talking, again, the visioning session, is an interactive session. So the persons that are here in attendance are diligently working. Again, the last question we have is, if you were able to recreate your community, what uses and activities would you like to see? Those that are looking in virtually or viewing us virtually, please send your responses to Angela Blatch, myself, at ablatch@eastpointcity.org. Again, that's ablatch@eastpointcity.org. However, we are giving those in attendance an opportunity to complete their responses. And as soon as we feel that they're done, we will come back and continue on. But again, those virtually, please send your responses to ablatch@eastpointcity.org. We want to hear from everybody. But unfortunately, due to COVID, it was limited capacity in the building. So therefore, those that are viewing virtually, we definitely still want to hear from you. So please send your comments to ablatch@eastpointcity.org. We're gonna give everyone about 2 more minutes. But please keep in mind, even after tonight, you may go home and remember, you know what, I didn't write that down. I wanna let them know that I don't like this, I dislike this, I like this. I wanna change this. And I wanna see these uses. Please, don't let tonight stop you. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. Again, ablatch@eastpointcity.org. So while we're winding down for those that are here in attendance, I am going to ask for volunteers. A volunteer for each community, if they are present, if there's a volunteer for each community that's present. Do I have a volunteer for East Washington? Can I have preferably a non-team member for River Park? A non-team member for River Park? If we don't have a non-team member, if we don't have a non-team member from River Park, would any other non-team member like to volunteer for River Park? If you would go by River Park. Okay, Lynn is gonna do River Park. And sir, if you would, since you volunteer, if you do Center Park. So what I'm gonna ask you to do, if you would, look over the responses for those communities. What I would like you to do, just summarize those responses. You can just look what the responses that were placed on the community's board, and if you could just summarize them for me. I'm gonna give them a moment to just look it over, to see the responses that's up there. And if you would like to narrow it down, you can give us the most popular responses in each category, that's fine. But if you would just summarize some of the feedback that has been received tonight. So I'm gonna give you a moment to take a look at that. And then I'm gonna ask you to give me your feedback. So if anyone ready to volunteer, would like to go first? East Washington? Okay. So we're gonna have East Washington to summarize the feedback that we received tonight. So we have Ms. Joan Lattimore, and she's going to summarize East Washington.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, first I'm gonna start out with the lights. Basically, the light is the location, the location, and the location. The dislikes, the drugs, the blight, and the trash. The changes, sidewalks, sidewalks, sidewalks. More policing, more green space. And the activities, green space, things for youth and artwork.
Ms. Lattimore. And who would like to go next? Yes. Rita is going to give a response or feedback to Senator Park.
Thank you very much. So the lights is the central location and the neighborhood improving. That's some of the lights that they do a lot about the neighborhood, and it's quite nice as well. Pardon me. Lights is the central location. Seems like it's the hotbed for everything for the city of East Point. The neighborhood is improving, getting quieter, getting cleaner. Dislikes, grocery stores. It does feel like that other parts are maintained better, so it's getting cleaner. The criminal activity and abandoned homes. Things that would like to be seen, changes, athletic facilities, more fostering of the arts. That's all that I can remember. And then also too, as far as what we like to see in the future, festivals, incubators for startups. There's probably one more that I can't recall, but that's what's on there.
And now we're going to have Ms. Lynn Jackson. She's going to do her park community reports. Hi there. Okay, our lights is our school, which is Parkland Elementary School, and we want it to stay. Park Lane has, for those of you who don't know, Park Lane has autism. It's a school for autistic children also. They do a lot of parks. They have something going on now with the Atlanta Ballet, hoping to be able to do some more stuff with them, which I'm very, very glad to do. And we would like it to stay more than this for the next couple of 3 to 5 years. Because they have been talking about maybe also closing this school down. And it's like, no, please don't do it. Another thing that we like is our park. Sad thing is that it never really got finished once it got started. There's still a few more things that need to be done to get it finished off. We were told they may put in a walking track in there, some benches. Those never came to fruition, they never got put out. Our neighbors are great. I mean, that's all there is to it. We don't have a whole problem with anybody in the neighborhood. Most everybody gets along. So, we're just really good. Dislikes, drug houses, crime, trash, not enough services or activities for the small kids in the area. And we need some speed bumps, at least one, put it on the road and Cedar Avenue. So they have to stop for the stop signs. Because if they don't, eventually someone is going to be killed. I mean, and even at Cedar Avenue one, in one day's time, I was standing outside and watching people as they were going up there. The other side of the wall. You're not stopping for the stop signs. We need some cameras set up in there. And that's about it.
Want to thank you so much for volunteering and giving us your feedback. For those that are on virtual, we will go through all of your responses. And at some point, I will get with possibly our RT department so we can put this information also online so you all can see the feedback holistically. But I do want to thank those that volunteered. And at this time, Mr. Lisa Lyons is going to give you some thank you gifts.
So for our 3 community members who graciously volunteered to be the spokesperson for this last segment of the evening, we do have a token for you. But then in addition to that, the first person who volunteers to let us know why you're interested in participating in the GICH program with us, just let us know. First person who volunteers, we got something for you, but to just let us know why you're interested in working with us on the GICH program. Anybody? I see a few other faces. Somebody looks like they're trying to hide. Why you desire to be here tonight to participate in the program and participate in it?
I like, you know what, I like that word get. Because I'm ready to get started. I like the word get, and we're gonna participate because we can, in this, what we're doing, we can actually truly bring the community together as well with the city councils and stuff. We can actually bring it together and to let the residents know that they do care and that I do care about the neighborhoods. Each and everything, not just these 3. That's why I decided to join this, because the word is ignite. We need to put some fire upon our residents, our city, and what we do, because I know we all do care. That's why I joined this, because I realize they do care. That this city do care. Now we need to pitch in as residents, as homeowners, as renters, and make our life better. Because if we don't, we're just gonna be going on down the track. So I'm in it to get it fixed. Thank you. Right.
So at this time, we are aware that we're very cognizant of your time. We thank you for coming out. We thank you for participating either virtually or face to face. Believe me, this will not be the last community engagement that we are going to have. This is just the beginning. It took us a year to solidify our team. And I will tell you, you have a great team. You have stakeholders that care. You have stakeholders that's in it. You have stakeholders that are invested. So you have a great team. Now, just like Marie Terry said, we need you all to be in it with us. We can't do this by ourselves. But again, thank you for participating. If you have any questions, concerns, please direct your questions and or concerns to me, Angela Blatch. Again, my email is ablack@eastpointcity.org. My telephone number, 404-270-7020. Again, 404-270-7020. And if for any reason you can't contact me, please leave me a message. I can't respond if I don't have a message. So please leave me a message, please leave me an email. I'm asking that you respond to me. Your information, your responses, your questions will be filtered to the team. However, I believe with this particular project, so I'm asking you to send your responses to me. Again, those questions that we posed tonight for those that are virtual, and again, those that are here face to face. If you think about something later, email Angela Blatch, A-Blatch, B-L-A-T-C-H, @eastpointcity.org. So at this time, again, thank you for coming. I'm not sure if okay, so we don't have any party first or anyone else, but again, thank you for coming out, and we look forward to our next community engagement.